what the fuck?
Welcome to LOL What the Fuck, where we talk shit and say shit that make you say LOL What the Fuck. Welcome, I am your host, Amaya Alexis, and welcome to the first episode of LOL What the Fuck. I am here with...
Tanique.
So this is the first episode, so we want to just vibe and figure it out and shit like that. So how we're gonna start every episode when I have different guests, shit like that. I'm gonna introduce it for the first time. I might introduce it for a couple episodes after this because y'all are getting to know me and my homegirls, homeboys, whoever come on this show, not too much on it. So my name is Amaya Alexis, or Amaya, whatever you want to call it. I do nails and I do everything. And my zodiac sign is, I'm a Sagittarius.
My name is Tanique. I am a student. I just enrolled back in school. I'm pursuing my master's of social work. My zodiac sign. I'm on the cusp of Gemini Cancer. My birthday is June 21st.
Okay. For our first episode today, we're going to talk about the new year. It's still January. Hopefully, by the time I put this out, it's still January. But we're recording this currently on January 16th.
Yes.
And basically, we're just going to talk about like how we feel about the new year, last year, 2022, what we have in store for each other, or in store for ourselves for 2023. And just like overall how we're allowing what we went through last year or years prior to just basically influence us to make better moves, hopefully, for the new year. It's
Hopefully.
heavy on the hopefully. So let's start it off. I'll ask you, how was last year for you?
Last year was sad. It was very depressing. And I'm thinking about like how I started the year. First of all, January 1st, 2022, I went to a party with my homegirls. Had the time of my life. So I automatically assumed like, wow, I came into the new year partying with my homegirls. As for my love life, it was kind of non-existent. I was dealing with this guy. He's an Aries. I was dealing with this guy. We weren't like exclusive or anything. I wouldn't even call it a situationship. We were just, I guess, going on dates, hanging out, doing stuff together. But even then, he just turned out to be not it. And it took me, I want to say, till April to completely like just detach myself from that entire situation. So with men, it was a bust. I was working at a junior high school. I was a teacher before I decided to, pursue my MSW. So work was going well. I literally thought that I was gonna have an amazing year, and then it just did a full 360. I went to Jamaica for my birthday. I came back and I just entered a depressive state. I felt like I was going through an identity crisis. I didn't know what to do with my life. I just knew I wasn't happy with anything, any aspect, period. So how I started my year compared to halfway through the year in June, it just ended up being a shit show. How about you? That was a lot.
Basically, for me, I felt like my year started out really shitty. Do I want to air myself out?
Air it out! Air it out. I just aired myself out.
You're right. Fuck it. This is LOL What the Fuck, where we just talk shit. And so, basically, I was still talking to my ex at the time. And, damn, I don't want to make him seem like a villain.
He is a villain.
In my healed story, he's not a villain. But in my unhealed story, he might just be. But either way, I was still talking to him at the time. And that was like a lot of negativity in itself. But I was in my last semester of college, getting ready to graduate, and I was really like indecisive about what I really wanted to do, because I went to school to get a degree and I'm not using it. And I just never thought that for myself, I guess. Like, I always had a plan, and I feel like now I don't have a plan. So, and especially like, so for the first 6 months, I had a really shitty first 6 months. I was depressed all the time. I was in a toxic ass relationship. Boy, it was barely really a relationship. It was whatever the fuck it was. And something happened in like June, July.
What happened?
I left him. I left him. That's what happened. I left him. When I left him, things started to get better, but like at the same time, like I was still going through certain things. But I did feel like a really drastic shift in my life, and I think it was because being with him for like so long. We were together for like 3 years, and if you're watching this and you thought you was with him, you wasn't. He was with me, lying to you, but not too much on it. So yeah, y'all, like fuck it. It is what it is, and I feel like I'm happier now for it. And I mean, like, we were done for a while, but it was like still like the remaining ends of whatever it was. Not really together, but still just talking to each other. And sometimes you gotta really remove somebody completely and wholly from your whole life to really move forward. And when I did that, I felt like it was really hard. I still think it is kind of hard because at the end of the day, when you know somebody for so long, because besides relationship, all that, we were really good friends. And so now it's like to navigate life kind of sort of like, not even kind of, really by myself and just think for myself, do for myself, not with anybody else. Think for myself, focusing on myself.
Okay.
Feel me? Because I'm single. You single?
Am I single? I am in a complicated situation, and I just feel like the fact that I even have to say that, yes. Yes. Technically I am not in a relationship, but I am dating somebody. I'd like to think that we have an understanding that we're only dating each other at the moment, but if we decide that we want to date other people, we are going to have that conversation. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that that's what's going on. I hope that he isn't lying, but yeah. Are you single? Are you single?
I am single.
So there's nobody that's gonna be offended if they're watching this and they hear that you said that you're single.
No.
Okay, who you was in Jamaica with?
Bro, not too much.
Cause that's not single people things. That's not single people things.
I was with somebody.
And who was that Sojo with?
Relax. Well, the people saw that one. I am dating, but I am single. And I feel like I want to touch on that for a whole other episode, but just for like 2 pieces, I feel like a lot of times, like in this day and age, that we're forgetting that it's okay to like just date. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. I'm 22. You are?
I'm 25.
A good looking 25.
I feel like I'm pushing 30.
You are.
Exactly, and that scares me.
This year you turned 26, and I was thinking like this year, I know it's not nothing because my birthday's in December, but I feel like I'm always on to the next. Like, once all my peers or start turning whatever the age is me next. So I'm about to be 23 in my mind, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I actually doing? Feel me? And
I understand that, but I think that, and coming from I know I'm not that much older than you, but coming from somebody that is, a few years older than you, I think that I have a problem with obsessing over my future as well, career-wise, relationship-wise. I definitely obsess over just, I know what I want and I want to achieve those things, but I don't think that it's healthy to obsess. Like, it's okay to want something and to work towards what you want, but don't be so hard on yourself. You literally just graduated school, realistically speaking.
It's
you
hard.
Just figured out that, whatever you went to school for is not exactly what you want to do. So you're doing nails right now. It's not like you're sitting at home not doing anything. You're doing nails right now. You have to figure out where to go from there. Like, what else in addition to nails do you want to do? If it's nails that you want to do, how can you take your business from here? Not saying that your business is here.
No, I understand.
But like, how can you elevate your business in that way in order to meet the goals that you want to meet? Which is, us moving to Miami.
I was initially saying was like, I feel like we're neglecting the fact that it's okay to date. Like I said, I'm 22, she's 25, and I feel like a lot of people are just too hyped up and amped up to be in a relationship and are neglecting to understand, like, yes, we're still young, granted, so you should be young and you should have fun. And I'm also not saying that you need to go through this long, everlasting dirty hoe phase. Matter of fact, you want to be a hoe, do what you want to do. This is LOL what the fuck. So if you want to suck dick all you want, or fuck how many bitches you want to fuck, do that. That's what's up. Do that. But respectfully, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But at the end of the day, like, you don't need to be like, no, I need a boyfriend. You don't need a boyfriend. Girls, you don't need a boyfriend. boys, actually, I think majority of y'all don't want a girlfriend, but y'all be getting roped into it anyways. That's also a different conversation.
What you mean they be getting roped into it?
I think that they just feel like they really like a girl. They really don't want to lose her. They know that she requires to be in a relationship because the girl feels like that's what she needs to really trust him. And I think that's a lot of toxicity. Like, I feel like, imagine like the people that we're dating right now, where it's like, yo, like either we gotta be together or we not doing this anymore. But like, for what?
I don't know about you, but I'm doing it.
Me right now, I know. Even if you are, that's fine, because too, you're about to be. It's also a little bit different for you. Like, you are about to be 26, so what life could look like for you is a little bit different.
But
those 3 extra years.
But I honestly can't say like I would jump into it. Like, you know, we've had conversations, and I just feel like I need to focus on school right now. Like, I'm at the age where I don't want like these little meaningless relationships. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
if we're gonna be together, it needs to be serious, and I feel like I'm not even 100% to give myself, you know, to somebody in a relationship. So that's my issue. Not necessarily that I don't want to commit, but it's just an issue with me. I feel like a lot of people, their issue is they don't want to commit, and that's when they end up still cheating, because somebody gives you an ultimatum. You don't want to lose the person, you stay with them in whatever situationship, or even if you guys get in a relationship, and then you start cheating. Like,
I feel like at the end of the day that, like, I don't know, I just don't think it's healthy. I think a lot of times it's like an attachment issues that we have that you gotta work through. I personally don't feel like right now I don't need to be in a whole ass relationship. I would gladly date, and I don't mean like date mad niggas. That's just personally, I've realized if that's your thing, that's what's up. But me personally, that's not my thing. What's my problem is I really don't give a fuck what these niggas have to say. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really give a fuck what your favorite color is. I don't really care what you like to eat. So I'm deadass not gonna ask you that shit. So I don't need mad niggas asking me what's my favorite color, and I'm not gonna ask him what's yours. So one at a time. One at a time for me. If you like to have a lot of conversation, that's cool. I also don't like to be around a lot of people. That's a lot of social, that's too much of me being social, and I'm really not an overly social person. So I can't go out with this nigga 1, 2, 3, and 4, because bro, my social battery is dead by nigga 3. Like,
no, really, seriously, I recommend everyone that you know, is able to, if you want to date multiple people and that's the lifestyle that you live, I think that it is very interesting, because although I've never tried it, I can't say that it's for me. But I don't know, like, I just feel like I don't have the mental capacity to be dealing with this person, that person, this person, that person. And I'm very curious. You got to get somebody on here that, you know, lives that lifestyle. Like, I'm very curious to hear, like,
I do want to have an episode that's more about like dating and what you consider dating to be and stuff like that, because I just think that perhaps the way how me and you view dating is also different from how a lot of people view dating, which is fine. And that's what this platform is for, is to, like, you know, have different conversations with different people to form different levels of understanding and just to talk shit.
I agree. But I feel like to stay on track, we were talking about, I think it's crazy. While you were speaking, I was thinking about the fact that I said that I started off having a good year, and in June, like, it switched, and you were having a bad year, and then in June, yours switched. I thought that was very interesting. Like, you know, granted, we've been speaking the entire time, so I was aware of everything, but, like, I've never thought about it till you just said it.
Like that, yeah. I really feel like I lived 2 different versions of my life in a whole year.
Same.
Like, it's really crazy to think about, and I don't know if anybody else experienced that. And if you did, sound off on whatever platform I put this on. I just feel like, like, literally June, like January to June, it was like, what is this? And then June to December, it's like, don't get me wrong, like, it wasn't just, you know, bear vibes all the time. There's definitely gonna be ups and downs throughout the whole, like, ending of those 6 months. But it was like still completely different. Like, the whole headspace that I was in the year, like in the beginning of the year, it completely changed. And I don't know if it was like just graduating and me going through that phase of like that, like, I'm done with like any form of obligatory or whatever education. And to me, like, in my house, I had no choice. Like, it doesn't matter, I had to go to college. So like, this is technically it for me. Like, I don't have to do anything else. I don't know, like, that just kind of changed my view. And then leaving a situation that wasn't really the best for me. Like, I already left the situation, but like completely basically cutting the person off was different.
I'm proud of you for doing that, actually.
Thanks. So back to like the questions that we were having. What do you want for yourself for the new year?
Honestly, like, my main focus right now is my career. Like, I'm going to school, doing whatever I need to do. I have my field placement, I have my classes, I have work that I'm trying to, turn in. Like, I just feel like for the first time, I feel confident in what I want to do. Like, I've been feeling lost for so long. Like, yeah, I was making money and teaching. I love kids. I love teaching kids. I love helping them. But I just felt like I was at a standstill. Like, I'm not happy doing this. And I feel like now with social work, this is what I want to do. Like, the field is so broad. Even if I decide that I don't want to work with kids anymore, there's so many things that I can do. And I'm just so excited to, like, I'm excited to have a graduation, period. Remember, I graduated, in 2020. Like, I'm just excited to have a graduation. I'm excited to start working in the field that I want to be in. So that would be my main focus. Also, prioritizing me, self-preservation, all that stuff. I know that school can get, kind of hectic, but I just want to make sure that I'm being kind to myself. I'm giving myself grace. I don't want to be depressed anymore. Seriously, like, it was not it. I don't want that for myself. I just want to love myself. I want to take care of myself, and most importantly, focus on myself and uplifting myself.
For myself, what do I want for myself? I just want money.
That too.
I just want bread, y'all. And it's like, however, and that sounds very vague, but I think that's literally just my main focus. Like, granted, I think what I'm doing right now, I'm really happy. You feel me? Like, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. This is what I love to do. Even the shit like this is what I love to do. So this is what I want to do. You feel me? Like, I want to continue to try to do the podcast. I want to continue to try to grow on all my social media platforms. Like, and I just want to not feel like discouraged, I guess. Or like, even when like, say shit not doing numbers, say I put this out, niggas don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna do it again. Like, I just want to continue to do things that I know that genuinely makes me happy, and things that what I always wanted to do. And if it catches up and people are jacking it, then I'm jacking it.
But what about, you mentioned something about, like, being happy. What about the days that you're not happy? Like, what are you going to incorporate in the new year
to be happier?
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, I think I'm still gonna have those days. I think I'm gonna try to have less of them, but I know I'm gonna still have them. I know I'm gonna be frustrated. It's not always easy for me personally to be happy all the time. I'm usually not. So I just think that I just want to remain consistent. I think my problem is, and I was really thinking about this the other day, and I don't know if like other people feel it too, but like, I think I don't like to be bored. And I think consistency makes me bored.
Okay.
But that's a problem because I want to be successful. The only way to be successful is to have consistency. So I think I'm going to always feel like a cycle of being some sort of like, not unhappiness, but just in a certain type of mood.
Okay.
Because the only way I will achieve that success that I want is through consistency, but consistency is boring. I don't want to go to the gym 3 fucking times a week. That's very boring. I don't want to do it. I don't want to eat boring ass food to be healthy. That's really whack. I don't want to do that.
What's boring ass food?
Like, I don't know, whatever overly healthy ass boring ass food. Like, I want to bust down some crab legs all the time if I want to. I want to be a crab leg. Fuck it. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't like shit like that. It's like, obviously, granted, everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, you gotta do things you don't like. Yes, that's not the point. The point is, I'm gonna just talk about it anyways. Like, I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I know I have to do it. So I'm gonna have those moments where I'm just gonna be sad anyways. Because the only way I'm gonna get to where I'm gonna get is by being consistent.
Right.
Boring ass consistency.
So do you feel like you have to become more comfortable with consistency? Because you seem like you view it in, like a negative light.
I don't think that it's negative. I just, like, every time I'm consistent, I get bored. And then I get depressed that everything's just not working out.
Okay.
Immediately. Like, I feel like that's unrealistic. But like, okay, let's talk about something very, I guess, tangible in a sense. Like going to the gym. I just want to be born Why wasn't I born with the BBL? There's bitches born with the BBL. That's gonna make me tight. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna go to the gym like 3 times a week for 3 months straight. Then it's gonna be dawn on me like, I really don't like doing this. I'm really bored doing this. Why the fuck was I not born with the BBL? That's gonna get me tight. And I don't know why, but shit like that, like, it's things like that, like, or even if I have to work so hard to be successful, there's dead ass people born into success. I forgot.
Don't even get me started.
That, like, shit like that. Yes.
Don't even get me started. Like,
whatever the fuck. That pisses me off. All right, I'm working mad hard to do the social media shit for me. What's that bitch name? Them bitches that blew up on TikTok, mad fast from doing this. They wasn't doing nothing. This, the whatever the fuck. They wasn't doing. I don't even remember them bitches' name. Them white girls. They wasn't doing nothing. Not nothing, but they got bread already. So niggas was gassing them. Like, they had an unrealistic ass following from jump. Mm-hmm. They were doing, like, all of this was just like, they just are, what's it called, Nepo babies? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit pisses me off. And I'm like, fuck, I had to do all this work, and I'm dead ass not gonna get 1 million views. On top of that, I am black. They do treat black creators differently than they do white creators. So that's already a fuck me to me.
But you've on it, like, literally, when I open my TikTok, it's you.
Because we friends.
But I feel like
you're consistent
on
right
TikTok.
Now. Yeah. But there's still a chance that, like, me and one other person can create the same content.
It doesn't matter. Keep putting it out.
I'm going to keep putting it out. But I've already accepted those simple things. And those things, they do piss me off. Like, some people are just born for success. Some people are just going to get more views than me just because of the color of their skin, to be very honest with you. I see black creators on TikTok alone talking about shit like that all the time. There are so many black creators that they put out great content that white creators follow, and they're not even fucking verified. They have more followers than them too, not even verified. And it's just like, I already know my limitations to certain levels of success. Mm-hmm. And I think that shit like that was also going to piss me off. It's like, fuck, what am I just still going to do this for? Like, I'm going to do it, but like, I'm annoyed.
But it's the mindset that you have. I'm gonna do it. I'm annoyed. Like,
I'm gonna do it, but I know there's a level, there's a cap, and that's getting me tight. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't dream like some people. Like, I'm very much so. What's the word? A pessimist. I am. I'm a realist. I'm a realist to like the very tears of it all. I'm gonna be successful, but I know I won't be like.
You're giving me sad energy right now. Like,
that's why we gotta introduce that at the beginning for me. Big sad energy.
A question.
Okay.
If you're with a man like a boogie or are you going to
let him cheat?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's my problem with like men sometimes. Like, and I don't know how this is about to sound, but
you can't afford to cheat.
Yo, I feel like if you're dating multiple people, you're going on dates with this person, okay, but why am I paying for my food this entire day? I should be getting something paid for. And if that was happening, I wouldn't be on your back or on your ass about what you're doing.
You know I felt that
because I'm being taken care of. Like,
you know I felt that in my chest.
I don't think they get it though.
We're gonna have a whole episode about that because I feel like that's real. Like, you can't even fucking afford to cheat, bro. Be fucking for real. You need Lil Baby. If you want to cheat on me like Lil Baby, you better have money like Lil Baby. Treat me like Jada. I want the bench truck outside after you done fucked her. Run it.
I'll take the Jeep.
I'll take the Jeep. Give me the Van Cleef bracelets, all of them. You don't see she got all of them shits on her arm?
I completely agree.
Collecting the Birkins.
I used to tell this guy one time, like, I only take apologies in the form of, I think it was cash, gifts, and romantic gestures. Where he at now? That was Aries.
Yeah. He got nothing to give. Not even no
He got money.
He don't even got a car right now.
He got into an accident, but I think he got a car now.
So where's the replacement? Oh,
I think he has a car now. That, like, I feel like men, they don't want to spend the money because, you know, they feel like women be using the... No, spend the money. How else am I going to know that you're interested in me if you're not spending money on me?
Yeah, do you feel like how much a nigga spends on you is how much he really fuck with you?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to go into detail?
Yeah, sure.
I think that a man, Lil Baby, a fucking serial cheater, and Jada got it all from the Birkins.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he loved Jada.
That man said out of his own mouth.
That was for social media.
I don't think that was for no. So why would she get up on social media herself and people were like tagging her in it and asking her how she feels about it, and she said, "Y'all heard what he said." I don't think that was for social media. I think that he might love her, but I don't think he's in love with her. And there's
two different things.
There's a big difference.
Yeesh.
And now I feel like we keep going off topic, but now off of that, like, do you think that somebody can love you, like be in love with you and still cheat?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Without outing myself, I think yeah, because that was me.
No, I feel like it depends.
I was really head over heels for this guy, and I was still doing my thing. I loved him.
Was y'all together? Was y'all together? Oh.
But my thing is, like, I feel like if you did something to me before, and like now I want to do something to you,
look back.
Right, and that's what I use to justify it. So I might love you, but I kind of want to do this right now, and I'm going to use the fact that you did me wrong previously or you were unfaithful as my justification for doing whatever I'm doing to you. But love you, see you later.
That's fair. I do think that I no longer believe in the look back.
Yes, I don't want to be that person anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
I think I've healed from that.
I feel like if I want to do that to you, then I'm just going to leave you alone. Like, I'm not going to do you that.
There's somebody, and I want her on this podcast too so bad. I'm going to let her talk about that shit more too. But her belief is just let a nigga cheat in peace. It's the girl that I feel like y'all are thinking like.
Now I gotta be there like in the background while she's talking, because I don't know. Okay, I don't know like what she means by it, but I have this it's not a theory, but I have this saying. It's not a saying. I don't know what the fuck's it called.
Okay.
But I say, like, I think that sometimes it's better to be naive. So I don't know if that goes hand in hand.
Yes and no. It's just like where she'll talk about it, and I do want her on the episode so that she could really talk her shit, because she's literally hilarious, and her views are like, she dates and like she'll date multiple guys that are like, she'll talk her shit. She's mad confident. I love her. And she just believes like, let a nigga cheat in peace. Like, if you're not gonna leave him, not to say that she gonna let her nigga cheat. She's not gonna let her nigga cheat. She'll leave a nigga probably if he's cheating. But if you wanna still be with a man after he cheats, there's no reason for the boo-hoo crying. Maybe once, to see if he gonna stop. Or like see if he really meant it. If a nigga is a serial cheater, let the man cheat in peace. If you're not gonna leave him, let him cheat in peace.
But some people aren't strong enough to leave,
and then let him cheat in peace.
But although they don't, they don't approve of it, like they don't want it to be done to them. I understand, but I'm just thinking, I'm emotional, and I try to like, think of things from different perspectives. I understand what she's saying, but that's why I say I feel like it's better to be naive, because don't go through that man's phone if you know you're not gonna leave him. Like, if you know that there's something in that phone,
leave it alone.
Don't go through the phone. You're not going to leave that man, and you're not ready to leave him. So it's better to stay naive. Don't go looking for nothing. And, stay in your happy home.
So that kind of goes into, well, there's two questions into it, but do you feel like the things you faced last year changed you, and how? And, like, what did it change specifically? And overall, we can, if not, go into the topic of, like, trauma specifically in relationships.
I don't think I want to get into that. I feel like that's a whole nother
episode.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I got a lot.
How has the trauma affected you, and like, how are you allowing it to change how you're gonna move throughout the year?
So I feel like I have like severe trust issues. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it's so hard for me to think that somebody is being loyal to me in every aspect. I try my best to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I have trouble navigating or differentiating between intuition and insecurity.
That's fair.
So I feel like that's something that I'm working on, this
overall,
year.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like, my person is out there, and I want to be a good version of myself for
when
them.
you meet them, yeah.
Like, I don't want to go into the situation, like, accusing them of things or going into the situation thinking that they're going to cheat or it's going to, you know, end bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I'm just trying to, you know, heal from toxic behaviors and just be a good version of me. But that also comes with healing oneself.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's like literally like the same. Like I think I just literally, but personally, to me, and maybe that sounds mad OD, but like I don't think I will ever trust anybody ever again.
That's not fair.
It's not fair, but I think it's my truth, and I think I've accepted that. I don't think it's like in a malicious sense either.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like if I'm dating somebody, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, that nigga out there fucking. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like that's fake, unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if something comes to light or if something's presented to me, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like I'm gonna be hurt, but I'm gonna be like, I would have expected. I don't put anything past anybody anymore, and I do like feel like that's synonymous with never trusting again, because I've trusted somebody so much. They'll look at me in your face and be like, oh, I love you, da 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 da, and they have a whole other life, and then you can ask them about that life, and they'll be like, oh yeah, like what you mean? What you mean?
I fucking hate, like, I was about to say men, but I'm gonna just shut up.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I really feel like that with everybody. Like I don't even think it's just platonic relationship.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's just romantic relationship. I think it's platonic as well. And you know what's really fucking funny? As of recently, somebody else has revisited like my life. I don't know. She watched this. That'd be real fucking funny. But I don't really give a fuck because I love her. What the fuck? So, it was way back in middle school. And if you're from middle school and you know this story, sound off on whatever fucking platform I put this on.
What middle school did you go to?
Oh, Lennox.
I don't even know what. I don't know why I asked. In Mill Basin.
Which one?
It's called Fillmore Academy.
Okay, that sounds familiar. But basically, like she's been reappearing like in circles that I have newly made, and it's just like, why are you in my new safe space? But all that aside, is basically like I had a little boyfriend or whatever in middle school. Nothing's real in middle school, so let's be for real. But whatever little boyfriend I had in middle school, and she was like my best friend. Why Shorty said, she used to talk to me like me and him used to have problems because truthfully I was never back then I wasn't a lover girl. I don't know what the fuck
in middle
to
school.
Me. I was not a lover girl. I was so far from a fucking lover girl. I wish that was me now. Feel me? But yeah, like it was just too. I was also not comfortable with intimacy so young. I don't know why a lot of people were, but I personally just wasn't. It was gross to me. Like I don't know. I just wanted to laugh and have a good time. I just didn't want to. I really didn't like stuff like that.
You wasn't kissing? I was kissing in middle school.
If they was like hyping it up, I would be like, all right. But that's it. Like it really wasn't my bop. Like I really was not comfortable with so much intimacy at a young age, and it was just like not for me. But that's besides the point. So basically, it was just like me and him was together. We would argue sometimes, but we'd be back together, you know, on and off. Mm-hmm. And like that was my best friend, so I would talk to her about it. She'd be like, bro, it's gonna work out, it's gonna be fine. And like she'd be like, I'll talk to him for you. Da da da. Come to find out, the whole time she'd be talking to him and be like, oh fuck her, leave her. Da 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 da. She don't care about you. You should be with me.
Wait, are you saying that you've carried this on from middle school into your adult life?
Yeah. Are you crazy? That was one of the thing is too, I never really started making best friends. Mm-hmm. I only had like this one other best friend, but we were like friends in church or whatever. But I think at that time she like left or whatever, like whatever was going on in her family life. And you know when we were so young, wherever your parents put you, that's where you go. Mm-hmm. So I think at that time, like, we weren't friends. Like, not to say that we was beefing or anything, but I think her life just switched up and we weren't together anymore. So I didn't really start making really good friendships like that until middle school. Mm-hmm. Like, on the phone every night, da-da-da-da. So for me, like I said, intimacy at that time was so strange. Even, like, if it's just platonic intimacy, like just giving friends a hug or doing all that, texting you, calling you. That's very not me. So if I am doing that with you, I fuck with you. You feel me? Like you're really my mans. I'm really comfortable with you. Even so young, like I really didn't get comfortable for real around a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So for you to be texting that man saying leave her, come fuck with me, and he sent me the screenshot and I sent it back to her. And literally like the message before that was just like, oh like everything's gonna work out, or I love you friend, some like corny shit like she was really my mans. And I sent that to her. She was like, well I don't give a fuck. What do you mean?
That wasn't your energy just now, babe.
Bro, just now you was just my sister. Now you don't give a fuck and you want to suck my nigga dick. Let's get this together.
In middle school, I'm not sure that's what you wanted to do.
Either way, they was sitting on the jungle gym playground slide, something, holding each other like this anyhow. So I don't know what was going on.
And you let that happen?
Yeah, cause I broke up with him on the basketball field. If you
Basketball
know, you know.
court?
Yeah, whatever. If you know, you know. But all that is really childish things, and it's not like to say like I'm really like, oh, me and him have beef. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Or me and her have beef. I don't give a fuck if me and her have beef either. But for that to be one of my first real intimate platonic relationships, and you could really switch up on me like that, literally that day we were walking hand in hand through the courtyard, and you mean to tell me you've been secretly telling my nigga to leave me so that could be your boyfriend? That's mad crazy.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Like, that's really nuts. And to also be so bad-minded so young is also really scary to me. I would have never fathomed to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's some grown woman toxic shit. Like,
she learned it from somewhere.
She did, granted, but damn, bitch, at 12, 13, take a chill pill. Like, but that, yeah, so shit like that, platonically, romantically, I won't. Bitches will talk shit about you and just not give a fuck. Niggas will run their mouth about you too. Niggas will tell their bitch that they fucking on the side of your business. Shit like that is real life.
Men just run their mouth, period, and they act like they
Men
don't talk,
gossip
but they
all the
talk
time.
so much.
So yeah, like, I don't know. I think I'm working on. I don't know if I would label it as a trust issue. All right, maybe it is, but I know I'm not naive.
Mm-hmm.
I try to just say I'm just not naive. Maybe it's a trust issue, but I'm trying to just be better overall in trusting people and not assuming like, oh, so and so didn't answer their phone, they don't da 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 da, or this and blah 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 blah. Just assuming the worst.
I agree. That's what I was gonna say. I think that we should give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, like maybe everybody is not here to shit on us and be cruel to us.
That's true.
Like maybe there are people out here that actually care about us. But the minute that they show you something different, you know, you believe them.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm trying not to be like, oh no, like I was going to be like, oh fuck every nigga on this planet Earth. Feel me? Especially after like all that's ever happened to me or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm good off of them. But it's just like, I don't know. They're not all that bad. They're bad, but like they're not all terrible.
Do you really believe that your person is out there?
I would like to hope, but I've come to the feeling like I don't think so. Like literally what I want, like bar for bar. Mind you, it's not even like to say I would settle. It's not even settling. Like I do believe that people have like, you know, certain things about them that no one is perfect and shit like that. But literally like bar for bar, what I want, no.
I don't know. I think that the way you put it is a good way to look at it. I would hope, because I'm not sure, but I would definitely hope that they are. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I think.
Without settling.
I think about the kids.
And that's the thing, though. I know that for a fact that when I find the person that is that person, I'm gonna want those things.
I think that that's my thing too. Like the baby mama, baby daddy dynamic.
No.
Like it's so I don't want that for me, and I would hate that for me.
Yeah, no.
Like
I do feel like, and this is literally no disrespect to anybody that is a baby mom or just a baby mom or whatever, don't want to be with their baby father, because certain situations happen. But respectfully, this is LOL what the fuck, and I would rather jump out of a building than just to breed a regular nigga's baby. Like, if you're not my nigga, I'm not doing it.
I just feel like it's things that you see like on social media, things that you hear from your friends, like it's just not it. Like the things that people are dealing with, that I hear that they're dealing with their child's mother or with their child's father, like I would hate to be in that predicament. Like, and especially having a child and dealing with situations like that, I don't want that for me at all.
And I think the thing is though that there are a lot of people too who really just want to be a mom, and I commend them for that. Just to be a mom. Like there's some people, like I know a girl, and tune into the Mother's Day episode, but she always wants to just be a mom, and she's such a good mom. And I can't imagine her after seeing her with her child, can't imagine her not being a mom for me. But at the same time, it's just like there's also some people who I believe I am that person, that I don't want to be a mom by myself. There's some moms that's just like I can do it by myself, da 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 da. And whether you with somebody or not, you can do it by yourself. Me personally, I don't want to. in any way, shape, or form want to do it by myself. Whether I can or cannot, I don't want to.
Same. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I can't be a stay-at-home mom by myself.
I want to be a stay-at-home
sense.
mom, but not on some lazy shit. Like, I'll do the nails, but I don't want.
But even then, like, being a stay-at-home mom is not lazy. Like,
It's
raising
not.
a child
It's
is
a
a
lot
job
of work.
within itself.
Yeah. But I don't want that. I don't know, like, I just don't want a child by myself. I know in the situation that I'm currently in right now, I don't want a child. I don't think I'm mentally ready for a child. I'm not ready to be a mom. I'm so selfish. I told my mom I'm not having no grandkids. She's very sad. Hi, Mom.
I be joking with my mom like that too and telling her I'm not having kids, and she just looked devastated one time, and I'm just like, you know, I think I do want them, but I just want certain things for myself first. Like, I don't think that I'm very maternal, but I have seen like the way I behave with kids, and I'm just like, okay, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
But
my thing is, I really like some kids. I don't love kids, but I really like some kids. But what I love about some kids is I can fucking return them when they're not mine. And I love to return people kids. I'd be like, look at mom or look at dad and go back to your parent. Because that's the problem. Like, Brandy is enough. Shout out to my boo stick, Brandy. Insert picture. But yeah, like, that's enough for me. And I don't know. I think, yeah. So rerouting back to the whole year thing, I think for the rest of the year, I'm just making I don't even also want to make a 5-year plan, to be very honest with you. I started and I closed that bitch because while that was overwhelming, I don't want to do it. And I just feel like I made one. And then looking back at it, I was like, I'm actually really depressed because this is not going how I thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's forcing yourself to make plans for yourself that might not really work out for real. Or like when I write or in my notes or whatever, like all these certain types of goals or whatever, I'm like, damn, like I didn't do it.
I initially said do it because I think that 5-year plans are for people that know for a fact what they want to do.
And I don't.
Like, if you're in high school and you know for a fact that you want to be a forensic scientist, make that 5-year plan. Because you know what school you want to go to, if you want to pursue a master's, where you want to work, where you want to live, where's the best program for forensic scientists. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for somebody that's still figuring it out, somebody like you that's still figuring it out, I don't think that a 5-year plan is for you. Maybe a 6-month plan.
Yeah. Or what I've been doing is like just a monthly plan. Like
that
this
works
month,
too.
This is what I want to do. Next month, this is what I want to do. This month, this is what I want to do. This is what I accomplished. Okay, so now what do we have to finish up next month? And then da.
That works too.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I'm
I've been
hoping
doing.
that this plan includes a vacation sometime. I feel like you're a good host. Like, you know how to, like, you know, bring certain conversations out of people.
That's what the men really say. With me. I feel like we just have a lot of healing to do for the rest of the year.
I agree.
And I do have a lot of like goals for myself and stuff like that. And I think everybody should also make, whether you want to make a 5-year plan, a year plan, 2-year plan, like don't also overextend yourself to the point where it's uncomfortable. Do whatever is in your reach. If you have anxiety, don't overwhelm yourself. And just don't also allow things that you've experienced in the past to also consume you too much, to drastically alter the decisions that you make. They're gonna change the decisions that you make. They're gonna change who you are as a person, but I feel like you should still try to heal from everything that you go through so that you can make the best decisions and be the best version of yourself. What should I say?
I don't know, I agree with everything that you said. I think that I feel like we're all, well, let me not say all, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, I feel like, I don't know what happened last year. Like, everybody was just in a funk, and, you know, it's this pressure of, like, figuring it all out and having your shit together. Like, I don't think that we should let that consume us. Whoever is dealing with that right now, like, yeah, we're 25, 23, whatever the case may be, but, you know, just do what feels right. Make some goals. Stick to those goals. Make a plan. Stick to that plan. You have to have some sort of motivation. Even when depression is kicking your ass, anxiety is kicking your ass, it's so much easier to, like, you know, sulk and cry and be sad and stay indoors, but you literally have to fight through it so that you can just be a better you for you, not even for anybody else, just for yourself. So I think that's what we definitely need to focus on this new year: healing being better versions of ourselves and achieving whatever goals that we set. I felt like I sounded very like teacher-y. Period. Well,
sorry y'all.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys for tuning in to LOL What the Fuck, and tune in for next time's episode where we say shit that makes you want to say
LOL what the fuck.
See, you did your big one. You did your big one.